It's fine. Hi, Marci and Jeff. Thank you guys so much for meeting me today and making the appointment with me.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for helping us.
We've been really looking forward to this all week long. We're really hoping that you can just help us get through this issue in this relationship, and just hopefully by the next week this will all be over with.
Yeah, so thank you for trusting me with your guys' information that you're about to tell me. Just know that this is a safe space. I am a marriage family therapist, as you know. I practice Gottman interventions. What that basically means is I'm going to teach you guys some ways to make your relationship stronger and help you guys kind of have more empathy towards each other. You know, one of the number one problems in relationships is that there is, no communication and stuff. So what I would like for you guys to do is take turns. One of you is going to be the listener and the speaker. When there's a listener, that means that you're going to be listening to each other talk and not interrupting. You're going to be listening and you're really going to want to understand what that person is trying to say and convey, and so what I would like you to also work on is while there's a listener, don't interrupt and make sure you guys are not doing what we call the 4 horsemen of relationship apocalypse. And that's going to be defensiveness, stonewalling, contempt, stuff like that, where you guys are just interrupting each other and, or saying things out of hate. I would rather not hear I would like to hear you guys speak out of I statements. So I know that's a lot of information to come out, but that's just kind of like a little bit of background about what it for me to practice from Gottman theory and my certification in that. So before we begin, I just want to hear from each of you briefly what it is, the issue that's bringing you guys to here. And just, take your time, and I want you guys to practice breathing, relaxing. There's no rush, but I really just want to get an understanding of why you guys are here. What's bringing you guys here? What's giving you guys conflict in your relationship? You guys said you guys were together, high school sweethearts, and you guys are what, 35? At 35 and 30 years old. So there must be something going on in your relationship that's causing some sort of rift, because I know you said over the phone that you really wanted to make sure you guys didn't have the worst thing ever happen, and that's get divorced.
Yes.
But there's just, you guys are just butting heads, right?
Yeah.
So who would like to start first?
I'd like to start first. So I feel like the biggest conflict in this relationship is that for me, I just like to, I want a family, and I want a successful family. I want to have kids. I want us to both make a successful income, and I feel like as of right now, he lost his job, and I feel like he isn't making an effort into finding a new job, and I feel like it's unbalanced, and I just want us to both work on trying to pick ourselves both up and just getting on the same level, and I want to make sure that he feels the same way with my dream. It's having a successful family, and I just want to make sure that he's still on the same level as of him losing the job. I want to make sure that we're still wanting the same thing.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was a lot. And so now let's just hear a little bit about why it is that you think that you guys are here, or maybe, that there's some sort of rift in your relationship, or just the background of where these problems might have started, just kind of where you want to start, but, let's start on what's current, and let's not focus on anything in the past, because we want to see if we can come together today and, come kind of have some sort of resolution and get you guys feeling a little bit better, because I feel like we you guys really do care about each other just from listening to how you feel. And I would like to hear, now from you and see if you feel the same.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same with her dream of wanting to have a family and having kids and both being successful. That's always what we've been wanting since we were in high school and we talked about. And I kind of have the same dream. I want to us both be successful and work towards our future so we can have a successful family and be able to not have wealth as something in the back of our mind that we have to worry about. I just feel like the reason that brought us here today is that we've just been kind of not on each other's side, just how she said. And I feel like sometimes her mother and my mother-in-law will she'll try to get my wife onto her side and just make her feel like how she feels about our relationship when it's not about her and it's about our relationship. And ever since I've lost that job, I just feel like she kind of turned my wife over against me, and she just I just feel like we haven't had that connection yet since I've lost my job, and it just really brought me down. So I've kind of shut myself off.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that.
No problem.
That was actually very deep. So what I'm hearing from you, if you guys don't mind me saying how I see it, is, you guys both care about each other. Would you guys agree that you guys want to stay in this relationship?
Oh, 100%.
We agreed on that.
Yeah,
before
we do not
coming
want
here.
a divorce, like you said. Like, that's like the main thing we do not want. That's why we came here to help this problem just get over with.
Okay, awesome. So, and it sounds like there is a third person in this relationship.
Yes, it's definitely my mom. She's always over. Because she lives down the street, so she's like always over. And whenever she is, I feel like it's whenever me and him are not in good terms. It just always happens to be when we're like kind of pushing away from each other. So, and she just found out recently that he lost his job. And she's just been getting in my head, and I will admit, like, I have been like kind of like listening to her because I've been like upset with him a little bit because he hasn't been trying, I feel like, his hardest to get a job. But like I said, I think the only reason why I think about that now is because she's been getting in my head when I'm like, wow, he just worked so long in college to get this job, and obviously it was not his fault that it got over with or what happened. And I feel like I've just been listening to my mom so much lately, and she just is definitely a big issue in this relationship.
Okay, yeah, that actually happens a lot in relationships. A lot of people have, there's always a good chance there's a mother-in-law or something like that involved. So when that happens, when you guys are both in a relationship together, you guys both care about each other, but you guys are arguing over maybe the smaller things, or you guys are finding those disagreements. It sounds to me like the problem could be communication, because if you guys have the same shared dreams and goals, it sounds to me like the issue could be a communication thing and in the moment, which is a good thing, because communication can be fixed. So one thing that we're gonna do now, if you guys are ready, it's a little homework, and we're gonna do this for our next sessions, because I think I can help you guys. I really do see a lot of hope in your relationship. How about we share one thing that you guys appreciated about each other, something you guys really appreciated that one another did, just this week, for example. Who wants to go first?
I could go first. So she's been working a lot of hours recently, and she's been having to do overtime as well. Like, her boss has been needing her recently this week, but she still comes home, and we had plans for a movie day one day that she had to work overtime, and she still came home and wanted to go out with me, and we enjoyed the movie together. So I really appreciated that about her.
Wow, that sounds so nice. It sounds like you guys really are interested in you guys still have that spark after all that time, because that is not easy to give your time to your work and to your relationship. Now, Marci, how about you? Could you share something that you really appreciated that he did this week?
One thing I really, really appreciate that he did this week, like you said, I've been just working so much overtime, and it's been such a hustle getting home late and just wanting to go to bed like on an empty stomach and all that. And what he did is he saved up all his like leftover money, like we said. He obviously doesn't have a job, so he's been saving up his money. He took me out to this really nice dinner, and I really, really appreciated that he made the time to even take me, and it was really, really thoughtful of him, which I really appreciate. And it didn't seem a lot to him maybe, but I really thought that was truly special, and I appreciate him for just putting in the time and all that.
It sounds like you guys really do appreciate each other. Thank you for your appreciations. So just give me 1 second. So I would like to help you guys more with your communication issue. So like I said before, in Gottman Therapy, we have some interventions, which we'll call again like homework or exercises that we do. And what this does is it helps you guys strengthen your relationship, especially when we have problems in communication. This is something that we need to work on, not just in therapy but at home. So I'm just going to give you guys some homework. You guys did great today. We got a lot of information. What I would like to do is tell you guys a little bit about love maps. So love maps is just understanding your partner's inner world, understanding what goes on inside of your head, what your beliefs are, your goals are, things that are your fears and your stresses. So this is going to help you guys strengthen your friendship, and it's going to give your guys' personal relationship more meaning. That way when you guys are not going to be able to remove the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But this is going to help you guys strengthen your core relationship and really understand where you're coming from. So what I have right here is just a list of love map questions. So I want you guys, when you go home, to set aside an hour, maybe say an hour, and you guys are going to take turns asking questions on this list. And it's just a list of questions to get to know each other. And so I'm just going to practice one with you real quick. When do you feel the most appreciated and loved by me? That's what we're going to close with. You want to go first, or would you like to go first? Just tell me, when do you feel most loved?
I think I feel most loved by him is just whenever he, like I said, he just puts time and effort into this relationship. I think that's like the most heartwarming thing to me is just whenever he tries his best. And I just know he's been so depressed lately with his job, and I just really appreciate that whenever I come around, he just makes an effort to be in a better mood around me.
Okay, and you. Just tell us when you feel most loved or appreciated by her.
I feel most loved and appreciated by her usually when we're alone and we have set quality time for each other, and we can just enjoy each other's company and just talk and just do whatever we like to do. I really appreciate when we have quality time together.
Thank you so much. So that's a perfect example. And this is going to help you guys build more intimacy. And just in closing, I want to thank you guys for sharing. And your second homework assignment is something just to help on the intimacy. Why don't you guys give each other a little experiment at home? You guys set a goal of 4 times a day where you guys just go up to each other and give each other a hug. Just give each other a hug in those moments where, you think, oh, maybe they don't know that I care, and then you just push yourself and you do that. I want you guys, when you meet me next week, we'll meet for individually, and we'll spend time together and cover about an hour or two, and we'll talk more about that the next session. So we'll do individuals next session. But when you come back, we're going to talk about whether or not you guys were able to do those 4 hugs a day for a week, and how your homework went on building your love map. So I'm going to give you guys this.
Thank you.
And how do you guys feel?
I think this was a very good first session. I feel like I got a lot of things off that I've been like holding back, and I just thought this went very, very well.
Yeah, I think it'll benefit us a lot in the future, and I think it'll be really good for us.
Thank you so much, Marci, and thank you, Jeff.
you.
And I will see you guys next week.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you. Thank you.